Hello, welcome back to Emily Spins It. My name's Emily Mills, and today I'm so excited to have Matty Marz with me. Hi, Matty.
Hi, happy to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you. Welcome. Coming from the skies, straight from the pop music heavens, lands Matty Marz, pop music's next muse. Swirling in sonic landscapes similar to the likes of Charlie XCX, Carly Rae Jepsen, and Madonna, Matty reinvents classic pop aesthetics in a fresh, pink, and irreverent, sleek sound, perfect for crafting the hits of tomorrow. Solidifying her upcoming project, named to be determined, Matty has started to tease the first single, Boyfriend Material, which promises to wow her fans and music listeners alike. Do you mind talking a little bit about your history as a songwriter, like in the experience you had and how you found you were even good at it?
My ability to songwrite really kind of happened more so in my later teen years of realizing that I had more to say. Um, it started mostly as poetry, and sometimes it was slam poetry, and sometimes it was kind of nonsensical free form cadences. Um, but then once I started to really understand that you could have four chords and then write an entire song over that, that's when things started to kind of change. And I think going to Los Angeles and studying at Lamp, definitely helped my, commercial brain, and it wasn't that kind of thinking until much later on, I think in my, 20s, that started to shape, actual kind of, Max Martin type of songwriting, which I feel like I do pretty well now. I think I've learned the pop mathematics of writing music and understanding why certain things make sense and why things don't make sense, and how to kind of break down melodies and being like, okay, well, the song starts here, so the chorus should start up here. So it's like it sounds like a gradual walk up, and that kind of way of songwriting is not easy. So that's a secondary skill, you have to learn after just doing it for thousands of hours.
Yeah, because I've studied my fair share of music theory and I couldn't put together a chord. So I imagine
Yeah,
that's just something you have to learn. Do you ever get to write for other artists or mostly just yourself?
I love writing for other artists. I think it allows me to kind of help digest what they're trying to say. Um, I think it's always a great, point of reference where I can do what I do really well, and I can use someone else's experience to help magnify what they want to talk about and the things that they're going through. So I've definitely produced and written for other artists, and I do love to do it. It definitely doesn't happen all the time. I think it has to be the right place, the right time, the right artist. But I think if I'm able to flex my muscles in a way that somebody else is like, "Well, I never thought I would make a song like that." That's always the best compliment. And yeah, approach-wise, it's the same and it's also different. I think that instead of being like, "Well, what do I think is really amazing?" I am more so really trying to have a conversation with someone and being like, "Oh my god," if an artist comes in and they're like, "Oh, I just went through this crazy breakup," I'm like, "Oh my god, no way, let's talk about it, how did it happen? How did it make you feel? Is there anything that you wish you said to this person that you didn't get a chance to say?" If you're trying to figure out what the core of the song is and the value, of what the message is, I think it comes out of a conversation, and you're as a good songwriter, you're able to make the artist be vulnerable without even them kind of realizing that they're being vulnerable.
That's really interesting. Has there ever been a situation where you've met with an artist and it doesn't mesh, you don't see eye to eye? Like, what does that conversation sound like?
Totally. I feel like it's kind of interesting because it's different every time, and I think that's one of the annoyances or the nuisances about making music is that, you can be in the studio for hours and hours and hours, and sometimes it's just not clicking. It's just not, cohesive or whatever, the idea isn't coming across, and that's also okay. I think, there shouldn't be a pressure to, make a hit song every time you're in the studio. I think that's a really screwed mentality that also shouldn't be the goal. I really think that there's so much music, and there's so much music that I enjoy personally that is not made for, the charts or, to be, this commercially viable. thing. I think, if the goal is to make a great song that you're proud of and the artist is proud of, and it gets across, what they're experiencing in their lives currently, then that's a success. So I think sometimes when you don't see eye to eye, and like you kind of have those kind of moments where you're like, okay, I think like we've had a day, nothing has happened. That's also okay. I think you just have to approach it in a really, loving and kind of just it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. So I've never had an instance where like something ends badly and we're all just like, we're beefing, we're never gonna like, talk again. But there are definitely times when you're in the studio and it's like, okay, well, that didn't really work out. So let's just go to lunch and like chill.
Cause hot girls always win.
Thanks for listening to Emily Spins It, presented by the Indie Music Network and Not Dead Yet Media. This episode was produced by Heather DeArmas and edited by me, Emily Mills. Our intro and outro music is Hot Girls Always Win by Really Blonde. If you've enjoyed the episode, please support the podcast by sharing, subscribing, and leaving a review. You can also follow the show on Instagram and YouTube at Emily Spins It. For more shows about breaking through the noise, head over to the Indie Music Network podcast. If you have questions or feedback, contact us at notdeadyetmedia.com/contact.